Destiny. You ready? Let's go.
This up for you, make it more cozy. Get all cozy.
Want this on your lap underneath her?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the seatbelts. Here we go, Mama.
Good afternoon, everyone. Amy and Shelley with Destiny, breaking her out of the hospital. Oops. There you go. There we go.
That might be more cozy.
Take this off.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi, mommy girls.
Hold on, Mommy. It's all stuck. Hold on. We're caught underneath. Oh, okay. Wait, right over here. Just
What's up?
Got it?
Yep.
There we go.
I'll put it in the back seat.
There we go, Mommy. That's perfect.
Hi, everyone. Amy, 100 Plus, Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida. We just picked up, we're actually still in the parking lot. We just went over discharge instructions. We have our sweet little precious cargo. When we walked into the hospital, everyone's like, no, no, please don't take her, don't take her. They all fell in love. Destiny was originally named Lola. I received an urgent plea from the Broward overcrowded shelter, kill shelter. They send out blasts of emails to rescue partners, which we are rescue partners, begging for help for the dogs that come in. And little Destiny here, who was, again, her name was Lola at the shelter. We have renamed her Destiny. When they sent the photo, her eyeball was literally bulging, hanging out her left eye. She was completely infested and crawling with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fleas, sucking the life out of her. She was just completely neglected, not spayed. And a dog that's living indoors and cared for does not come into this condition. So our guess and from experience would be that she was living outside with a trauma to her eye, causing her severe pain, and also anemic. She had a low blood count and she was very, very pale in her gums. So that's why they originally, when they sent us the estimate, that they were adding the blood transfusions that they were saying she desperately needed. But thank God that was not the case. She did not need a blood transfusion. She needed a bath. She needed deworming. She needed a capstar to kill off the fleas. She needed surgery to an eye inoculation to remove her bulging, hanging eyeball. She needed a spay. She needed IV fluids and antibiotics and pain medication. And that's exactly what we did for little Destiny. I want to say thank you to Farah from, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Farah. She is a employee at the Broward shelter, and she is the one that sent me 100 Plus, sent out the blast for help for this little baby girl right here. And when I told her that I could be there in the morning because it was late in the day, I believe it was Sunday. Was it
Yes,
Sunday?
it was
Sunday.
Yeah.
And I said I could be there in the morning. And she said, well, I can drop her off wherever she needs to go. So she did. She actually got into her car and delivered this baby to this hospital and dropped her off for us so that she could get out of the shelter. That is somebody that cares and goes above and beyond. So thank you for doing all you do for the dogs at the shelter, Farah. We're so grateful. And if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I apologize. I would pronounce it Farah, but it's F-A-R.
Starting route.
A-C-H, I believe it is. We've met her a few times at the shelter. So she was able to get out, get what she needed. The original estimate was, like I said in my first post, absolutely paralyzing. It was like $6,000 to $11,000 for this little life. And so we decided we're going to do what we have to do. We put up our plea. We beg. And then, thank God, after doing blood work, we found out she did not need blood transfusions, that she needed the care and the, surgeries to make her whole again and give her a chance at living a life of quality without being in pain and suffering. So our estimate now went down to $6,000. And that's without our discount. So with all the donations that we begged for, we're still not at that number, probably closer to 3,000. So we're still about 3,000, 2,500 away from our goal. That's why I do have this donate button on this video, so we can try to recover from the cost. But I do want to say thank you. We were just talking about this on the way over here, how, it's sad because every time we rescue a dog, we can't get away with less than $10,000. It's just due to the neglect that these poor animals are enduring prior to us getting them. So we're here to pick up the pieces. We don't mind doing it as long as we can cover and keep pushing forward and keep rescuing and keep going. So we're going to beg and continue to beg. You see what we're doing for all these little babies, just little Nana that we rescued the other day. Same thing. She had the bladder stone due to neglect and abuse, a fractured old femur, needed to be spayed. The surgeries and the cost of medical today are just ridiculous, but it is what it is. And when people come on to our posts and say, that's, crazy, you need to find a vet student, it doesn't work like that. This is not a vet student. This is 24-hour care. We work with all the local 24-hour animal hospitals. We have been working with them for years. We get a discount, a rescue discount, and we don't have an option when these dogs are in our hands and they're facing death and they're suffering, and we need to get them somewhere. And a lot of the hospitals don't even have doctors on staff, and they don't have room, and they can't take the dog at that time. So we have dying dogs in our hands, and we're panicking, and we need to get them in to get their medical. It's a matter of minutes and sometimes seconds, so we can save their life. We're certainly not going to not do what we need to do to give them what they need at a chance. Otherwise, we have no business being in rescue. So look at how peaceful she is. She's just, Mama. I know I'm not going to bug her. We'll get more videos as we get back to the house. We have about an hour ride. And so we're going to let her just chill and sleep, hopefully, on the way home. She did PB before we got into the car. She weighs 5 pounds. 5 pounds. I was speaking to Dr. Woolery, who did her surgeries, and she's like, Amy, she is not 10 years old. I said, I agree. She goes, I think she's more like 5 or 6, closer to 5. So little Destiny here is 5 years of age, 5 pounds, and she's going to be looking for a forever home. She's definitely some sort of a Maltese. She does not shed. She's very, very sweet. And her little sunflower cone is so ridiculous. Ridiculous. She's going to need her sutures removed in about 2 weeks from her eye and her spay area. So we'll be making a trip to Access to Dr. Trow to have her do that when it's time in 2 weeks. But for now, we're going to love her and let her rest and recover, feed her good food, and just get her back to health and feeling better. This little girl has been through too much at her age. No animal should have to endure this. No, none. And people say, I hope the person responsible is charged. There's no people to charge, guys. These dogs are thrown on the street. They're found abandoned. They're found strays. There's no microchips. There's no proof of ownership. There's nobody to go after. So we focus on, believe me, and you know us, that if there is a cruelty case and we can go after somebody, we have. We've been to court where their voice, and even going to court, sometimes it takes years and then basically nothing's done but a slap on the wrist. So until, you know, stricter laws are in place to protect them, there's really only so much we can do as a rescue. We're not the police, we're not the officials, we're not the judge. We do what we can, and we try to be the voice for them, but we focus on just, you know, saving, rescue, revive, rehome, and like I said the other day, repeat. That's just basically what we do over and over and over again. So we're going to get on the road. I want to say thank you to everyone that's watching that has made a donation for little Destiny, and we'll update more once we get back to the rescue house and let her get settled in. So thank you. There's our update on Destiny, formerly known as Lola, 100 plus abandoned dogs of Everglades, Florida. Thank you, everybody.